Moorland Wildfires Public Space Protection Order Proposal. Moorland wildfires, a devastating impact. A wildfire is an uncontrolled, unplanned, destructive fire that spreads quickly over areas of vegetation. The impact of wildfires can be devastating to our moorland areas. They can result in the loss of precious habitat, the death and destruction of wildlife and vegetation, air and water pollution, and not to mention the huge impact on our local residents, farmland, and communities. Wildfires can rapidly burn across acres of moorland, destroying everything in their path, and can easily develop into a major incident, bringing a huge strain on our emergency services. Wildfires in the UK can start naturally by lightning strikes, for example, but most are caused by humans, whether accidentally or deliberately. The 2018 Winter Hill Moorland Fires. Every year, fire destroys thousands of acres of countryside and wildlife habitats. Moorland fires are not uncommon, and each fire runs the risk of developing into a disruptive and damaging incident, such as the Moorland fires in Greater Manchester and surrounding areas in the summer of 2018. In June 2018, a large peat moorland fire broke out at the top of Winter Hill. The incident was declared a Category 4 major incident and lasted a period of over 8 weeks, with the last resources leaving towards the end of August. At the height of the 2018 Winter Hill fires, the blaze covered an area of around 18 square kilometres, and fire crews spent 41 days extinguishing the fire, with help drafted in from more than a dozen other fire services. 100 soldiers assisted in the response, and helicopters dropped water across large areas of the blaze, which was unprecedented in scale and scope. Preventing moorland wildfires. The impact of the 2018 fires was huge, and in an effort to prevent future incidents, Bolton Council is joining forces with Chorley and Blackburn-with-Darwen councils, Greater Manchester and Lancashire Fire and Rescue Services, and Greater Manchester Police, amongst other agencies, to deliver a joined-up response. As part of this work, Bolton Council is proposing to introduce a Public Space Protection Order. Public Space Protection Orders are designed to prohibit antisocial behaviour while still allowing the responsible use of spaces that the public have access to. If adopted, the Public Space Protection Order would prohibit activities which carry a significant risk of causing wildfires. These include building or lighting any kind of fire or barbecue, lighting fireworks, or setting off sky lanterns. Bolton Council is coordinating this work with neighbouring councils in Chorley and Blackburn-with-Darwen, who are responsible for adjoining areas of moorland. Public Space Protection Order, the proposed area in Bolton. The area that it's proposed will be covered by the restrictions include north of Smithills Moor to Horrocks Moor in the east, Walker Fold in the south, and Wilders Moor in the west. Public Space Protection Order frequently asked questions. Question 1. What if I live within the Public Space Protection Order proposed area? A Public Space Protection Order does not cover land part of a dwelling. However, we would ask you to consider the impact of what you are doing within your property, behave appropriately, and take precautionary action to prevent the risk of fire. The proposed Public Space Protection Order would only apply to public spaces where the public, or any section of the public, has access to, whether this be by payment, by right, or by express or implied permission. Question 2. What is the penalty for breaching the Public Space Protection Order? £100 fine on the spot, known as a fixed penalty notice, which must be paid within 14 days, or a fine of up to £1,000 if the charge goes to court. Question 3. What do I do if I see the Public Space Protection Order? If you feel their actions are likely to cause a fire, damage land, or put the community at risk, this is an emergency, so please do ring 999. If you simply want to report an incident or concern which doesn't require an emergency response, please contact the Council on 01204 33 6500. Public Space Protection Order Consultation. Bolton Council is seeking the views of residents, businesses and agencies in relation to the proposed conditions included in the Public Space Protection Order and the proposed area that would be covered by the order. As a local resident, land or property owner, someone who works in the area or other interested party, it is very important that you give us your views. Following this consultation, the Council will carefully consider the results before making the final decision as to whether to introduce the Public Space Protection Order. As well as the consultation feedback, we will also be considering a range of other information to consider if the order is both appropriate and proportionate. To give your views, please visit www.bolton.gov.uk/consultations. Alternatively, if you have any questions about the proposed Moorland Fire PSPO specifically, please contact community.safety.services@bolton.gov.uk.